On True Colors Day, we learned what personality traits and characteristics are unique to our personality type. We participated in exercises learning how to use those traits that shine in each of us and those we lead to our advantage to accomplish the task at hand. For better or worse, many of our true colors shined through that day.
To me, the best part of Leadership Sierra Vista was the True Colors Day. It was really interesting to see how the different characteristic traits of different people kind of coincide with each other.
On Government Day, we met with leaders of the local government to include the mayor, county administrator, and city manager. We had a unique opportunity to hear from their perspectives what the challenges are facing our local, state, and federal governments. We spent the day learning about our city and county government and all the intricacies that are involved in making the city function like a well-oiled machine. Those true colors came through yet again as we debated with county health officials regarding how cigarette tax dollars should be spent on Healthcare Day. True leaders are never ones to keep their opinions to themselves. It was enlightening to learn about the role of the health department focusing on the health of society in general. We heard about leadership from the fire chief and experienced what it's like to tear a car apart using the jaws of life. We toured the hospital and talked about unique challenges that face the healthcare industry, as well as how leadership challenges are overcome. On Economic Development Day, it was a unique experience to be able to interact with those who work daily to develop the local economy. We were introduced to the Center for Economic Research and the Economic Development Foundation. We learned about local business and real estate and toured the newspaper. We learned the intricacies involved in getting the paper out each day and how leaders in that industry have to be innovative in reaching readers who now want to only use the internet to read about the news. We were inspired by the entrepreneurship and commitment of local business owners, including Sierra Toyota, Ace Hardware, and E.F. Edwards.
Being new to the Sierra Vista area and having an opportunity to participate in this leadership course, Economic Day was probably my best day. I got an insight and an understanding of the economics of the Sierra Vista area, job opportunities, and any future expansion that'll happen in the Sierra Vista area.
Like many of the other industries, Education Day topics centered much around budget. As our country faces its current fiscal challenges, education is significantly impacted by constraints imposed by local, state, and federal governments. We were challenged and inspired by young leaders at Buena High School and treated to a gourmet meal prepared by those entering the culinary arts. They might have the best restaurant in town. We had the unique experience to see education at facilities that ranged from tiny little tots all the way through graduate school in both the public and private sectors. Fort Huachuca Day began with a presentation by the military police. Learning about the challenges faced by leaders in the military today was eye-opening. We found that many leadership challenges in the military parallel challenges faced by leaders in the civilian world as well. We were introduced to the world of forensics and even learned to take fingerprints. We spent time with soldiers who pilot UAVs and learned what a significant impact Fort Huachuca has on our community.
One of my favorite days was when we traveled up to Fort Huachuca, and one of the first stops that we made was to talk to one of the sergeants. And it was interesting to me because he relayed to us the difficulties that the soldiers are going through being over in Afghanistan and Iraq, in addition to the difficulties that their families and the children are having their dads or moms overseas for so long. It was also interesting to have a better understanding of how important Fort Huachuca is to the community and all of the things that they do up on Fort that actually directly affect us and help us as a community as well.
Border Issues Day brought us to Naco, where we met with the sheriff, police, and border patrol. We toured the port of entry and were introduced to the awesome tools and techniques they use to keep our borders secure. We learned about the challenges faced by these public servants every day as they risk their own personal safety to protect ours. It was a little eerie as we watched those on the other side of the border as they watched us.
During the Border Issues Day, they explained to us the problems they do have with the border and what types of problems we can have over here in the United States. And because that's in the media right now so prevalently, that was really interesting to see. I think anybody would take something away from that.
Wow, Law Enforcement Day took us to court, the city jail, and the county jail. We saw firsthand the process in motion as we observed how the entire process works, all the way from the call coming into 911, it being assigned an officer, the first appearance of the accused, and finally the jail, and for some the county jail. It was inspiring to see how the people who work with society's lost have an innate ability to treat them with respect and dignity.
One of the classes I enjoyed the most was Law Enforcement Day. Going to the Sheriff's Department, meeting the deputies, traveling to the two jails, the county jail and the city jail here, meeting all of those folks. And in that industry, it's not the type that you can be lackadaisical. Everyone has to have a defined leadership role in that position.
At the start of our program, we were tasked with a class project. We spent a great deal of time debating, in which some of those true colors came out yet again, and settled on creating a Leadership Sierra Vista logo. Each of the days we experienced is represented in the blocks, and the colors are those of the True Colors Personality Assessment. The steps represent the ability of leaders in our community to step up. Whether it be in our personal lives, professional roles, or in the community, true leaders step up to the challenge. Future classes can change the year, and the logo can be used by the Chamber for Marketing and Public Relations. We all leave this program with an increased sense of community and personal resolve to be better citizens, engaged leaders, and good neighbors. We thank each and every one of you for your contribution to our growth as leaders in our community. And last, but certainly not least, a special thank you to Bruce, our bus driver, who always got us where we needed to be safely and on time. Thank you, Bruce.